وتكون نموذجاً لبيوت الخاصة دائماً تكون قريبة من البحر، والبحر يبتعد عنا ربما الدفان طال عدد من الأماكن، ولكن ظل ساحل أبو ماهر صامداً وشاهداً على الموقع وأهميته. من بيت الغواص نصل إلى بيت شخص مارس الطبابة الطبيعية بالأعشاب الطبيعية، والآن نحاول أن نحيي الفكرة ذاتها عبر عروض لهذه الصناعة أو لهذا الأسلوب الطبيعي. اسمحوا لي أن ربما أسهل الحديث بهذه الطريقة. هذا البيت بيت بدر غلوم، توارثوا المهنة أبا عن جد. الأعشاب والأدوات التي تستخدم للوقاية من الأمراض ما زالت هي المستخدمة في مجتمعاتنا، لابد من رصدها وأيضا ضمها للمسار لأنها كانت حاجة أساسية. نصل إلى بيت الجلاهمة. البيوت العريقة أو الأسر العريقة في البحرين دائما لها تميز في منازلها. هذه الصورة لا تعطي الصورة الحقيقية لبيت الجلاهمة الذي سيعود بحلته الجميلة. وأجمل ما يميزه أنه هناك قسمين للبيت وهناك جسر يصل بين القسمين. هذا الجسر أيضاً يصل شارع بآخر ويمر بالبيوت، منه نصل إلى بيت بدر غلوم وننتقل إلى مواقع أخرى جنوبية. قبل أن أنتقل إلى هذا البيت لابد من تعليق. هنا بيت العلوي، ولكن لابد أن أقول عن بيت الجلاهمة أيضاً معلومات أخرى. اشتهرت نساء الجلاهمة بالقوة والصلابة، وكانت الفكرة دائما أن النساء في البحرين لهم دور ريادي، ربما لأن الرجال يذهبون للقوس لمدة 3 أشهر، فالمرأة هي من تستلم زمام الأمور، لذلك نجد المشاركة دائما للمرأة على الدوام. وربما لذلك كانت المدرسة الأولى في البحرين 1899 بدأت بصف للبنات قبل
started in 1919. The public schools 9 years after that were private schools for girls. I would like to shed light on the role of women on the society as they played a pioneer role and they participated in the elections in the general elections last century. Al-Alawi home is one of the homes that were distinguished in its architecture on the Bagadir, or this air tower that made the climate pleasant. This is one of the towers that fulfill its function, except 2 towers. One, the most important home, Sheikha Ibn Ali, this tower, and this tower, air tower, cooling tower on Al-Alawi home that fulfills its function, and the family practiced commerce on wood and building of ships and all what this profession requires of tools and instruments. The Fakhro home is one of the big families in Bahrain. It's a big home, and it was one of the biggest traders in diamonds. Abdullah Fakhro had a big role to play, and he had a huge fleet working on this profession, and the home was close to the coast. The coast is now a bit further with the urban expansion in the city. However, the home is considered one of the homes of the biggest merchants in the city, in the Pearling Path and in the city of Muharraq specifically, and it's one of the homes registered in the World Cultural Heritage as the other 4 homes that I spoke of. Also, there is another model for the sustainable development or creative industries. Is the home of a Bahraini family that provided the home to us to employ it as a hotel and a rest house for the visitors in this historic path. Perhaps there would be an opportunity after the completion of the project to experience maybe living in these early day neighborhoods. Maybe the identity is what attracts the tourists that are looking for something different, which would in turn would generate financial returns. the objective is not only to have it registered at the World Cultural Heritage, but to elevate the neighborhoods, to provide job opportunities, to employ it for sustainable tourism. This is the main objective, and this is what made us partners with the Islamic Development Bank when we presented the project to them. There were meetings for the ministers of tourism. At the time, it was Minister of Culture and Tourism, and I hope they would come back to complement each other. This meeting led to an opportunity with a facilitated loan for this project and another future project. The Murad home will be a hotel receiving tourists and visitors, and the path goes through it, and it has a historic importance on the Perling path. From there, we go to the Siadi shops near to Al Qaisariya shops. They have a historic value. It's a part and parcel of the city. So reviving it and bringing back life to it is important for this path, for the story to be complete. It's not only the homes that practice this profession, but their shops, their markets, and all what makes the city special. From this area, we move to Al Qasriya market. The development was unique. The old part was kept as it is after during the restoration, but the modern part with the modern architecture for the two parts to be integrated, the old to be integrated with modern, as one of the conditions for the cultural heritage sites is not to mix. Where in the old sites, we shouldn't build new homes that look exactly like the old ones in order to have the integration with the new urbanization. This market is complete a number of activities. I wish I had the time to present you, but the idea only came this morning. I wanted you to see the site that is full of life, and that was an opportunity for the Bahraini youth to rent some shops and sites at this market, this historic market, in order to have a touch of creativity and beauty. As we are speaking of creation and beauty, it was the gathering of the youth and Al Qaisariya market was a model for creativity and how to achieve sustainability in a very simplified manner.
Berling, this is for the remains of the structures for different architectures surfing this project or this trail. And the Berling trade now it has become ruins, but building a visitor center which has full world coverage, and now it's a place and a location and a venue for festivities, and we try to reorient the visitor and just to provide information about this locations for achieving sustainable development. This the picture of the center from the this is it looks like an umbrella, a unique building, as you know that in the opening ceremony we have shows of Berlin telling the story of the Berlins and models of excellent pieces coming especially from France. We have signed agreement with the Beit Cartier, which has a number of high quality pearls originated from Bahrain, and as I said that we have received a huge attendance. This is architecture. This is in the current shape. It's about to complete. If you visit Bahrain within 2 months, you will we will warmly welcomed, and you can see a live scene and a live picture of the restored places. One of the houses the trail is passing through is Sheikh Ibrahim House. This is the first house which was completed 10 years ago, and it will be opened soon. And I wouldn't exaggerate that this trail is starting from this house, from the research centers, by attracting a number of visitors coming to Muharrak House. Now it has become a model for the restoration and revival of this project, in which the private and the public sectors partner together to revive and to restore these sites, and a model for the captain and the tools of the ship captains, and the different stories for the people who practice this tradition. We have some traditional stories for the persons who enriched our life 10 years ago, and still the market's still in full function, telling the story of this industry. Siyadi Center, it encompasses mosque and masjid and majlis, or a sitting room. It's a well decorated building with a different and huge money spent on such a building, but the merchant during this era spent lavishly on such building, and the inscriptions you can see in such building is it's very is very stark, and you can see this is a part which will have some collections of the National Museum, which will include pieces of pearls going back to our ancient histories, and along with some collections from the modern times, and some of the pieces collected from France, which will tell the story of the Berling Trail, or the path. And this is at the end of this year, this project will come into full swing, and we have some some locations for the visitors, just to provide a conditions, perfect conditions to visit such historic sites, and we have provided other amenities and utilities to serve these sites, just to make the full use of such locations to be attractive destinations for different visitors. Now you can see the plazas, you can see at the outskirts of the, or along with the trail, from Abu Maher until Siyadi House and the Pearl Mouses. We have more than 17 places in which you can have some sort of shading and sitting places, and different surfaces provided to these places, around 17 places for the users and for the visitors, such flourishing places. And now we have become different activities can be held, meetings, conferences, and the optimal use of such locations is what we try to achieve, the economic growth and sustainable development, and to maintain our authenticity and of such places. The historic cities, as you know, that people abandon them to new sophisticated cities, but the main idea behind this trail is to attract and bring back the people to their homes and their houses which were abandoned, and we have some buildings about to collapse. So we try to do what we can, our utmost, to renovate and revive such buildings to be for livability. This is the car park with the remarkable design, the Swiss civil engineer who designed this parking. He designed our pavilion in Expo Dubai, and I would like to congratulate the Dubai people for this huge world gathering, which has made a paradigm shift in our history. And I would like to send my best regards to our Gulf, to Dubai, and for the organizers of this expo. One of the songs and singings which the people, the captain or just the crew of the ships singing. We have some sort of songs, traditional songs. We try to record this as an intangible heritage, as this is the first attempt to shed light on such traditional arts and traditional songs, and we try to record and register these types of songs, traditional songs, and what's the most important of the modern and the traditional buildings. We try to create some sort of synergy and some sort of integrity. I keep saying that the civilizations is part of our history. We try to be unique and make us distinguished from others, and try to attract people to our culture heritage. And as you know, that the story of the museum, our museum, which attracts visitors from different parts of the world, just to upgrade and take the historical sites to next level. I have come to the music, songs, and the love that combine us together. I would like to thank you for giving me this chance talking about the creativity industry and talking about the Perling Trail. I would like to welcome you, and you are most welcome at any time in Bahrain to visit us, and we hope that this journey will appeal to you. Talk about this model. Thank you for having me. Thank you.